James W. Mason was born in 1841, 2 decades before the Civil War, in a nation where the law was never written with him in mind. But by the time Reconstruction began in 1865, Mason was already stepping into a role that few black men had ever been allowed to imagine, let alone hold. In 1868, just 3 years after the Confederacy fell, Mason became one of the first black legislators in the state of Arkansas. This was during the height of radical Reconstruction, when the federal government was attempting to rebuild the South and redefine citizenship in the aftermath of slavery. Mason served in the Arkansas House of Representatives, representing a community of newly freed men and women who were navigating the fragile promise of freedom. He pushed for education, fair representation, and equal protection under the law, issues that were urgent in the late 1860s as black families tried to build new lives in a hostile environment. But his rise to power came with consequences. By 1871, white supremacist groups across Arkansas were violently resisting black political participation. Mason faced intimidation, threats, and political sabotage, all designed to force him out of office and silence the communities he represented. Still, he refused to step back. In 1872, Mason was appointed postmaster of Little Rock, one of the highest federal positions a black man could hold at the time. This was not just a job, it was a symbol of federal authority and black leadership during a period when the nation was still deciding whether black citizenship would be real or temporary. But as Reconstruction collapsed in the mid 1870s, Mason, like many black office holders, was pushed out of public life. The rise of Jim Crow laws after 1877 attempted to erase the progress he and others had fought for. Yet, his legacy endured. James W. Mason represents the generation of black lawmakers who stepped into power between 1865 and 1877, during one of the most transformative and dangerous periods in American history. Men who carried the hopes of their communities on their shoulders. Men who understood that democracy must include all of its people, or it is not democracy at all. Mason's life reminds us that justice is not only fought for in courtrooms or on battlefields, but in the quiet, determined work of governance, in the belief that every person deserves a voice, and in the conviction that progress, even when threatened, cannot be undone. This is the legacy of James W. Mason, a lawmaker, a leader, a protector of his people, and a reminder that black justice has always had champions, even when history tried to forget their names. This is Black Justice Untold, the stories they tried to erase, now remembered. If this moved you, like, share, and subscribe so we can keep reclaiming our history together. Our stories deserve to be seen, heard, and remembered,